This is Bottles.
This is Mikey G.
And we're back where we were. There was nothing there but a trail of black liquid. Suddenly I got this feeling that it might not be the best idea to go outside. Should we go outside?
On? Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds on. The thing was nowhere to be seen. Just as I was turning around, I took a look at the roof. There it was. It was close to a corner, about to turn. It looked like an albino male with really long limbs. He had fingers instead of toes, and all 20 of them were elongated. He was facing away from me. Suddenly the head swiveled 180 degrees and stared at me. I started choking up, as if suffocated. It was hard to breathe. The thing opened its mouth, slowly and deliberately. I thought it was going to devour me when its tongue sneaked out. On the tip of the tongue was my face, like a tumor. Eyes closed, lips upturned into some psycho smile. There's a legend somewhere that when you see a doppelganger, you die. I thought of that legend, but then the creature rounded the corner and it was gone. I lost it and followed. Vision hazy. My heartbeat suddenly seemed ear-splitting to me. I was stumbling because my legs seemed unable to coordinate. Hello? Suddenly I stumbled forward and toppled down. Once I lay there, face down in the grass, my body just seemed to shut down. Why did you keep doing that? I couldn't move. I couldn't even turn my head. There was something dripping on my back. My eyelids seemed heavy and started closing on their own accords. I saw white feet with long fingers for toes step into view. Is that it? When my eyes opened, Celeste was shaking me. She was on the brink of tears and her voice was cracking. Get up, that bastard was in your skin! My head hurt. I was about to ask her what happened when she started pulling me backwards towards the door. We toppled out and stumbled towards Darren's car, which was parked in a different location from what I remembered. I was glad to be alive. The mist had stopped completely. Celeste was downright crying now. She pushed me into the back seat. That's when I noticed. I was wearing different clothes from when I lost consciousness. Michael was there, huddled up and face buried in his knees. Some clothes, stained with blood, were beside him. They were mine. Darren immediately stepped on the pedal, but nothing happened. He swore and did it again. I noticed that Celeste was armed with a shotgun from the cabin. I asked him what was going on. The thing joined us. He looked like you. We got out of the house and found the car. We were halfway down the road, then Michael started screaming. I looked at Michael. He had a glazed-over look in his eyes. The thing burst out of your clothes and jumped out of the car. Michael had the shotgun. He was firing out the window. We saw the thing run all the way back to the house at the friggin' speed of light. It was in my skin? Yeah. I looked down at myself. I wondered if I had been possessed or if worse. The thing had cut off my skin and wore it as a coat. I shuddered at the thought of something crawling around in my skin. I asked Michael if he was alright. The thing talked to me. I asked about what. He didn't respond. I realized he was sobbing. Car jolted in motion. Darren first fist pumped at the car, started accelerating. I turned back towards the cabin and saw the albino thing standing on the roof of the house watching us. I shuddered and turned back. Celeste screamed. The thing was in front of the car, on the windshield. It opened its mouth and my tongue face slithered out. Celeste fired the shotgun. Glass shattered and was thrown backwards. Darren shrieked and I saw blood coming from his face. Something pierced my face and I realized it was glass. The car skidded to a stop. The car's doors opened without any discernible reason and I fell out. The thing lay directly across from me, eyes closed as if it was sleeping. I wished I could close my eyes. Its mouth hung open and I saw myself again emerging. I didn't move or say anything, because I couldn't. My face looked at me and started to talk. I love you, I love you, I love you, I want to be you. It repeated over and over again. It was coming close to me. I wondered if it was going to bite me to death. The thing's eyes shot open and I realized it was going to kiss me. I managed to regain some control and instinctively twisted back from it. I guess that was what saved me. There was a sound like an explosion and blood spouted from the thing. Celeste was standing over it. Her face and body were bleeding and she had this spaced-out, psychopathic look in her eyes. She had just fired the shotgun. My face looked directly at me. I am you, it whispered. She fired again and I saw my own face begin rotting to nothing more than a skeleton in front of me. The thing's head flowered open. That's the best word I can find to describe it. Its head kind of split and split again, peeling away. I saw faces, lots of them, all on the inside of its head. I think I saw Celeste and Michael's faces. They were whispering something unintelligible. In the center, Where the brain should be, there was a single red cat-like eye that was rotating in its socket. It was producing the mechanical droning sound. Celeste fired one last time. Thing sort of withered away, becoming wrinkled and smaller and rotten until it just disappeared. Celeste dropped the shotgun. I started twitching and spasming as control of my body returned to me. Eventually, I stood up. We got into the car, silently. Darren was bleeding too, but no one said anything. We drove back to the city in silence. We explained away the damaged car as being attacked by some crazy thieves. We got ourselves patched up. Michael was still in shock-like state. I hear he was like that for a while. When I asked him what he thought of the incident later, he denied it ever happening, with compelling conviction. His eyes looked dead and he had lost weight. I don't know if he forced himself not to remember, if he genuinely knows nothing of it. I know what I saw, but I can't remember the exact place. It has been 2 months now. We still refrain from talking about it. If you were expecting some huge twist or something, you'd be disappointed. I still don't know what I don't even know. I don't want to know, actually. I still have nightmares about my own face, shouting, "I am you." One thing I do know, though. I am never going camping ever again. And that was kind of weak.
It was, I guess, okay way to wrap up the story, and it explains the last ending, I guess.
I guess.
You were the monster, I guess?
I guess so, yeah. If you think about it. Yeah. I wonder what happens if we don't hold her hand.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'll go back to it. If nothing,
I really don't care.
If nothing new happens, won't even bother. This is Bottles.
This is Mikey G.
Stop looking at my porn.
I wish that was more of an RPG.
Oops.